Android provides powerful tools for building applications, rich user interfaces, strong security. Those same capabilities make it a strong choice for embedded systems. However, embedded environments introduce different challenges. While Android works seamlessly with supported hardware, interacting with sensors, motors, or hardware not natively supported by Android often requires low-level programming, adding complexity and slowing down development. The Kynetics Embedded Android SDKs solve this with high-level APIs. They allow developers to control hardware using simple API calls, making development faster and easier without dealing with low-level programming. Multiple embedded Android SDKs are available. Each one targets a specific hardware interface or communication protocol. Let's review them. RS-232 and RS-485 are widely used in automation, control, and medical systems. From sensors and factory controllers to diagnostic instruments, the Kynetics Serial SDK brings control and management of these interfaces directly into your Android development environment. Let's move to I2C and SPI. These are standard short-distance serial communication buses used to connect sensors and peripheral devices. The Kynetics SDK enable developers to configure and manage I2C and SPI buses and messages from low-level operations to high-level control. Next, let's look at the Controller Area Network, or CAN bus. It is the backbone of automotive and industrial communication. It allows multiple control units, like engines, brakes, and dashboards, to exchange messages in real time without a central computer. The Kynetics CAN SDKs exposes high-level APIs for sending and receiving CAN through the underlying driver. This makes it ideal for diagnostic tools, gateways, and robotic control systems on Android and Android Automotive. Another important interface is PWM, or pulse width modulation. It is used to control motors, fans, and LED brightness by varying the duty cycle of a signal. The Kynetics PWM SDK provides precise control over frequency and duty cycle values through a straightforward API. You can implement smooth speed or brightness control without touching low-level drivers. Another key interface is GPIO. It allows Android applications to interact with digital pins on the board. You can switch LEDs, monitor button and switch states, or trigger relays using simple API calls. The Kynetics GPIO SDK handles these operations, including permissions and hardware access, with ease, without requiring custom kernel drivers or changes to SE Linux policies. Finally, let's look at the Ethernet SDK. It offers full programmatic control over wired network interfaces. It exposes APIs to configure IP settings, enable or disable adapters, and manage connectivity, making it ideal for gateways, industrial controllers, and other connected embedded devices. With embedded Android SDKs, developers don't need to work directly with kernel or system-level layers. Instead, they can use clear, well-documented APIs that integrate into their preferred Android IDEs. This simplifies development and helps teams move from prototype to production faster. As a result, developers can focus on application logic while low-level system interaction is handled in the background. Contact us if you need CAN, serial, or other hardware access on Android. And let's bring your next embedded product to life.